Aqua gang, gang, gang. What to do, you guys? Happy New Year. Happy 2024. I am just so elated, you guys. We made it another year. We built a beautiful community here. I hope you guys had a wonderful time over New Year's Eve. And we're going to make this year a great one. Ain't it? Ain't it? It's your girl. Okay. Just in case you're new here, okay, we have built a beautiful community. As I said, I am your girl, Empress 777 here today with a general message for my Aqua Soul family, my Aqua gang. Love y'all to pieces. Love y'all to the moon and back. This is going to be for new, you guys, okay? This is for those of you who are currently dealing with someone new, looking to go towards the new shit. It is a new year. That makes total sense to me, okay? And what we have here, okay, is somebody who mean business. They mean business, this one, okay? Okay. All right, so before we jump in, let's just go ahead and kind of take a look at a few oracles. So the very first card that we had pop out, you guys, was the 9 of Cups. Keep in mind, you guys, these are general messages, right? Take what resonates with you. Don't force shit to fit. This is going to be for the new thing, right? You're either going towards something new or you've already met someone, okay? Put me a little comment down below. A little, hey girl, hey. You know what I'm saying? Let me know that you're here. It's a roll call down there. All right. And let's see. Okay, so we have be careful not to friend zone. So that makes a lot of sense. I feel like this is coming more from, it could be mirrored is what they're saying. So very first card out, 9 of Cups, right? This is in the background. Okay. I feel like this is the face that this person is presenting. This is an official person. This connection is official. They are real. This is something that can be very beautiful. It can transpire into something extremely beautiful, but I feel like the both of you have these boundaries that are kind of set in stone, okay, with this 7 of Wands, and it is based on situations where you may have felt rejected, or you may have felt left out in the cold, or you may have felt as though you had to rebuild from some shit and you don't want to move too fast. I am getting this more from this person's energy, and they are telling me to focus more on this person because you're curious about who they are, right, and why they are the way that they are. This person does have a bit of a reserved energy about them. They may really be about their business, meaning they own a business, or they are kind of serious, right? Somebody who possibly has a lot of responsibilities, which they handle very well. But in the background, again, we have nothing but cups, right? So this is somebody who is looking for love. This is someone who is looking for the real thing. When you meet this person, I feel as though it's going to be kind of serious initially, and it might be hard for you to be able to tell whether or not this person is trying to friend zone you or not. They're not. This is somebody who does set very firm boundaries. They don't like people to move beyond this official part or this official person energy. So that's more of that reserved energy. Like I said, the getting to know one another phase is a little bit longer with this person. They don't like to move fast, guys, okay? They kind of keep their cards close to their chest is the phrase that they're using. This could be a fire sign for some of you, Aries, Sag, Leo. And for me to say fire sign, or it could be a water sign, but I'm hearing fire sign right now. They either have this within their natal chart somewhere very strongly. This is not easy for them, okay? They are pointing out that these cards signify something that this person has kind of gone through in the past, right? That dictates the way that they move or are moving forward. Now, I would not be alarmed, right? I wouldn't be alarmed into thinking that this is somebody who is going to make you pay for the past transgressions of others or their exes, right? They're not bitter. This is not somebody who is resentful. They're not. They've just learned some very valuable lessons, hard lesson, growing pains is what they're saying. So the boundaries that they have kind of cultivated for themselves took a long time to present. And even though they feel like you might be the one, right? Like they feel like you are a great catch, a great match, that you have your head on your shoulders straight. You're not too easy, right? Is what I'm hearing. You see the figure has kind of like their legs crossed, arms crossed. It's like, I get what I want type of energy. And they are the same way as well. This doesn't mean that you get what you want by any means, or you manipulate or step on people to get what the fuck you want. It just means that you standing on business. I heard everybody standing on business with no motherfucking EIN. Okay. You know what I'm saying? No. All jokes aside, right? It just means that when you show up to something, your boundaries are set. They're set in stone. Your standards are set in stone. You're not going to waver them. You're not going to waver what it is that you require. And I feel like this person is very much so the same. So there is this kind of push and pull. I'm hearing a bit of a power struggle. It might kind of give you pause. This person does want to know you more deeply. They want to know, like, your morals, your values, right? They want to get beyond this friend zone point, but they're not going to rush it, as I stated, okay? So they have been led down this path towards you. This is divinely guided, of course, and their path has been kind of rocky, if I might say so myself, okay? This is somebody who has possibly been heartbroken quite a few times, right? So the boundaries weren't really set. They could have been rejected or left out in the cold. I'm hearing like they could have thought that wish fulfillment, or somebody from the past could have felt like they were God sent with this gift card here, and it ended very abruptly and very painfully with this coffin card, right? So they feel like they kind of lied to themselves, okay, about who this person was, or they made up in their head what they wanted this person to be, rather than just taking them at face value and really understanding who they are. You can't make somebody or mold somebody into what you want them to be, right? That would just be a lie. So they kind of possibly made up a false character. This is about their ex, you guys, okay? So for those of you who have been questioning whether or not this is like worth your time, we will look a little bit deeper to see in fact where it's all leading. But for now, it does suggest that things are not moving fast, and that might absolutely have you up in your head. It's going to be important for you to enjoy the process, enjoy the ride, and keep your standards firm as well. Don't budge. Neither one of you need to budge, but there does need to be some kind of compromise, okay? Look, you can't make it up, right? There does need to be a form of compromise here. Otherwise, we could reach a stalemate, which we don't want, because the potential is really beautiful here, you guys, okay? This is somebody who is ready for love, but they're kind of scared to let it in based on what they dealt with in the past. They're looking for something unconditional. And so this is why those boundaries must be set in stone. You might be on the same, you might be, you know, having the same thought, right? Same wavelength, same frequency. So we do have commitment here at the bottom of the deck, right? So I feel like this person shows up as if, though, you know, that's not at the forefront of their mind, okay? This official person card is in front of every card that has anything to do with emotion, that has anything to do with kind of peeling back their layers. It's not that they are closed off or unavailable. That's not the case. They are waiting for something intuitively, an intuitive nudge, right? They're waiting for, you know, things to go deeper. They're waiting for a chance to be more vulnerable. They're waiting to see how you react in certain situations. And only time will tell whether or not the two of you are feeling the same thing. This gift is right here at the center of the reading, so you both feel very much so attracted to one another, but there's still some like hidden feelings or emotions. It's sort of like that idea of not wanting to be the first one to be like, I like you, right? Like, I'm feeling you, because you don't really know if the other person feels the same way. You're going to have to meet each other in the middle, or potentially start having conversations about the past. Does that mean you tell them about every dirty deed that somebody has ever done to you? No. But speaking about the endings that you have kind of gone through and made it out of, right? Healed from, it will allow for them to see a softer side of you and vice versa. That Nine of Cups is just screaming at me right now. It's like somebody will just not move. I'm a little nervous here, you guys, right? I feel like everything happens for a reason, yes. But there's definitely something lingering here. I don't know if this friend zone issue is going to present itself, right? For some of you, that could just be all that you're looking for. And if that is the case, that's perfectly fine, right? You could just be looking for friends, situationships, friends with benefits, or just people to get to know. You're just dating, collecting data. You're not really looking to commit. So you'll need to be aware that this person is looking for commitment, right? They still believe in love. They still believe in genuine connection, genuine love, certainty. That's what they're saying. They want to be certain. They want to be certain. They want to be for sure. This person doesn't believe in settling anymore. So they're now pointing out that energy from their past. I feel like their boundaries were non-existent. I feel like this person kind of was a people pleaser, or they tried to please whoever this individual was that they thought was a gift. This is also why they kind of show up in the connection as somebody who's a little bit more quiet, right? Like a little bit more reserved, someone who asks questions, they will ask questions, but there is this feeling like they're holding back, right? Like that they're guarded. Okay, so I'm very interested to know how exactly those guards will come down. That's the only thing. That's the only way that things will actually grow. They are pointing out that the two of you may need to go out for some drinks, a little bit of liquid courage, perhaps. Okay, so that might work. What else do we need to know here? What's additionally? Okay. Yeah, so this person likes to know the plan, right? Like they like to know ahead of time, and divine timing, as divine timing would have it, they might be a little bit surprised when the two of you actually meet one another, right? It's sort of like you fall on their path at a time where they weren't actually looking to be vulnerable, right? They weren't really looking to be in relationships. So that might also be something that is mirrored between the two of you, which is perfect, right? If neither one of you are looking for anything serious at the time, that will at least make the both of you feel very comfortable with the boundaries that you have for one another or with this connection. But please believe me, it will transpire and it will grow over time. I have plans for us. So there is a part of this person, and they're going to hide this portion that feels like, you know, some kind of spell has been placed on them, right? They don't think that you're doing black magic, but it's just like, this is too good to be true, right? Like this girl is just too good to be true. This guy is like perfect, right? Like not perfect in the best ways and perfect in the best ways, right? Even what others may deem to be intimidating or what others may deem to be, you know, too much for them to handle, this person views it as, wow, this is like my match. I think I can handle that, right? Like, I think I can handle that. They try to handle you. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Okay, so how do they portray themselves? So we have commitment here, right? This is how this person will portray themselves even before you know them. They're saying that this goes over the official card, but they will only do it if it's mirroring, right? They kind of want to mirror the same energy. So if you're coming off as someone who's a little bit more detached, and that's a little bit of a natural aspect of the Aquarius, right? We're crock pots. We don't just automatically start diving in head first, talking about we love people. It takes us quite a while to get to this safe place, of vulnerability. All right. Never know, mind you, if you've been through a couple of heartbreaks, then that time will take even longer. So this person is going to mirror you, but their feelings are developing a lot quicker than what they are letting on. Yeah, so they definitely see you as somebody that they can be in a relationship with. They view relationships and marriage and commitment as like partnerships, a business, if you will. So this is the type of person who they've always wanted marriage, but they have a different idea about marriage now based on what they have gone through, right? The things that they have been guided through. I'm hearing through the fire. So this person has definitely been burnt in their past connections, and possibly really kind of closed off in the past to wanting to be in love again because of what they had to kind of come through and heal from. That's not the case anymore, but they are just a lot more vigilant, a lot more discerning, and the boundaries are what they were lacking in the past. So this is somebody who wants to be certain. They want to be sure that the two of you feel the same way before their vulnerability will start to show up. And again, you don't just show up, you know, out of nowhere right off the bat talking about you love somebody. That will take some time. That could be in the near future or off in the distant future, just depending on what it is that you want. This person sees a plan for the two of you, okay? They are feeling extremely vulnerable. I'm thinking within a month, right? That's fast, right? That's only like 4 weeks, y'all, like 30 days. Within that month, they're feeling vulnerable, right? Like they're feeling open. They're not expressing it just yet because they feel like they haven't been granted access. To them, access to be able to be vulnerable or ask what our next steps are or tell you that I like you, tell you that I want to potentially be with you or see where things are going to go. They feel like the access to that needs to be gifted. And that's only going to come by way of mirroring, meaning either your body language, right? Or the way that you kind of react to their small feats, right? Opening up to them, the ways in which you open up to them is what's going to allow them access. Right. So this person will be very, they're going to study you very closely, kind of study how you react to their romantic gestures, to certain things that they say. They just want to be sure before they dive out the window. They don't want to overstep your boundaries either. Right. So there's a lot at stake. And they also, on the other hand, feel this sort of like they're in a trance with this voodoo card, right? Like almost as if this connection has come in and kind of swept them off their feet. Look, conversations, and right behind conversations is I love you. You can't make it up, guys, right? And I'm not trying to scare you. This person is ready for commitment. They're ready for a relationship, something long-term, but they're not going to try to run you off. They're not going to try to force it, coerce you, nothing of the sort, right? They want to make sure or be certain that the two of you are on the same page. So they're going to do that by way of having conversations, very deep, vulnerable conversations this person will want to have. Does the vulnerability consist of them saying that they love you? No, it will consist of them wanting to get to know you. What do you desire, right? What is your 5-year plan look like? You know, what does your life look like in marriage? What role do you play in relationships, right? How were your relationships in the past? How did they fuck it up? Like, tell me everything that I should not do, right? Like, these are the conversations that this person is wanting to have, lots of closeness and connectivity, something that will build a bond prior to revealing what it is that they're actually feeling. I don't know how far off this is. I'm going to have to pull some timing cards in the extended, but it appears as if this person's emotions develop way before the relationship does. And it's sort of like, they're like, well, give me a sign, spirit, right? How can you tell me that I love this person? How can I feel like I am emotionally attached to somebody that I don't even fucking know? So that is when they're going to start like planning dates, wanting to be around you more consistently, calling more regularly, even willing to, if you're busy, even willing to have like full blown conversations via text, that type of shit, right? 100 questions, right? 21 questions, that shit like that, to get to know you, right? To get to see how you tick. Are the two of you really compatible? Because it's one thing to be attracted to someone on a physical level, which is automatically there, right? And it's a whole other thing to actually be able to run a business with them. And that's how this person views marriage. That's how they view long-term partnership, right? Like going into business with one another, because it takes a great deal of responsibility on both ends. And it is like going into contract with another person. And so if I would not go into business with you, right, then I should not be going into a marriage with you, right? If I wouldn't trust you as a business partner, then I damn sure shouldn't trust you as my significant other, as my counterpart, right? Union is all fun and great when we're just talking about the sex and going on dates and doing the fun things, but if we're talking longevity, which this person very much so is, we saw that commitment, right? The committed card came out twice. That's their thought process, right? In order for shit to be official and run officially, there needs to be sufficient management, right? Running a household is like management in a corporation. You know, if you're in the childbearing years, or if they are, then running a household plus kids is even more so, okay, of a corporation type of operation. That's how they view shit. They like you. They are feeling you off the rip, off the bat. It's like 9 of Cups. Boom. You fine as fuck. That's what I just heard. Sorry. I just heard that. Okay, 9 of Cups. You fine. Bitch, you fine. Okay? I like the way you put it together. I like when you said that little thing to that waitress. I like the way you walked. I like the way you got out the car like that. How you open the door for me. I just like it. I like the way you chew, bitch. I like the way you drink. I just like you. I like you. Are they saying it? No. No, not just yet. Not just yet. Now, are they going to try and hide it and come off as if they are cold and distant and detached? No. Okay, we have distant. That's in the reverse. That's not their game. They don't do that, right? Like, they don't play games. They're not going to play games with you. They want access, and they want to feel safe with giving you access. And that takes time and the proper steps. This person is about business. They mean business from the very beginning, from the very jump. So there's a seriousness behind when they question you, or when the two of you are having conversations. You will notice a bit of a more serious energy. Right? When they're answering questions, they can joke when it's time for it. It's a time and a place sort of thing. But if you're asking them something in which they need to be vulnerable or open up about, there will be a stark seriousness that this person wants you to feel and know that they're not fucking with you. They're not playing with you. They're not playing. They're not going to play with you, and they're not playing about you. Okay? Whew. Okay. Getting a little warm in here. Getting a little hot. Get a little hot tamale. I get that this is not somebody who is big on the PDA in the beginning. So that might also have you questioning whether or not the connection is real, because they're not like holding your hands as soon as you are used to people doing that, right? They show up in ways that are tangible, in ways that are going to signify security, right? The way that you will be able to see that this person is very much so interested in you is by way of their consistency, guys, okay? Do their words match their actions? Do their actions match their words? When they say they're going to do something, do they fucking do it, right? Like, are they late, right? Like, are they really showing up for you? Do they support you? You know what I mean? If you tell them about plans that you have or things that you want to accomplish, what is their response to that? That is how you're going to be able to tell that this person is very much so into you. It's just that the both of you have these boundaries in which you've been given an assignment. It does feel like an assignment from the divine, to properly vet people, to properly bring things together, to not just dive head first into something that feels good. Is it safe? Vulnerability is safe. That is at the center of the reading, but that's not something that you will be able to know off rip, right? So if you don't know that, then there's no reason to be opening access to somebody that you don't really know if you're safe with. So they also have that same assignment. Okay, I do feel like there has been a transformation that the both of you have possibly gone through in the more recent months to a year. With this coffin card, it could signify death, then transpires into rebirth. So you're both new, right? All this shit is new. You're both new people, okay? Your lives, the lives that you are leading are new. You may have different and new routines, different hobbies, new jobs, new ways of doing things. You are both brand new, okay? So we do have release your ex, and we also have finances and career. So I do feel like this person's past connection may have something tied financially to this past person, to this past individual, which is also why they're so very careful. This person may have really got them, you guys. I have to be honest about that, right? It could be a baby mama, a baby father. It could be an ex-wife, an ex-husband. This could be like paying alimony. This could be like paying child support, or, you know, it does suggest that they possibly dived in head first with this person because they made up in their mind who this ex was to them, rather than really looking at who this person was for who they actually were, if that makes sense, right? They made up a false character in their mind about this person, and they got themselves tied together. This could be assets. This could be like property, owning property. This ex could be a thorn in their ass, is what they're saying. Does that mean that it will have any effect on you or the connection? Not necessarily, but that is something that we should point out. That is something that we should know. I don't get that this is somebody who is still into their ex. They don't need time to release their ex. Their ex needs to release them. So they may have a bit of a stalker on their hands. Ciao. Or somebody who just wants to see them ruined, right? This ex potentially never thought that this person would walk away from them. But as the divine would have it, right? It says divinely guided, right? Under these cards, they started to see things for how they actually are. They created distance. That's not what the ex wanted. So the ex is definitely one that is possibly causing trouble in this person's life. We have trust, right? So trust needs to be built, and trust is built over time. I do feel like this is a true romance, you guys, okay? It's not the fairy tale shit. This is not the love at first sight. This is some realistic ass shit. This could actually be a Capricorn is what they're saying, even though I don't see any pentacles. I'm just hearing that. The energy feels very earth signish, right? So Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, or they could just have that somewhere sprinkled within their natal chart, like Venus, right? Anything that has to deal with how they are showing up. It could be their moon sign, could be an earth sign. It's a very responsible energy, and it is one that got burnt in the past for not doing things correctly, right? For jumping in head first, for not really vetting properly, for not making sure things were safe. And it definitely led to an awakening, a transformation. Both harsh, you know, painful, yet very beautiful, because they did come out on the other side, very much so a healed person. So they're not attracted to that ex any longer, but there's a tie that they have here financially. Okay. So this ex could potentially be like trying to sue them. It's a liar, right? So this is somebody who lies. We did see false person. They could be lying on them, right? Trying to take them to court, trying to sue them, trying to get access to the dog, some shit like that, right? It's petty. Whatever this is, this tie that this ex feels like they still have to this person is petty. It's petty shit. I do feel like that will eventually be over. It will be over before you know it. But just the X being in this energy, it only amplifies to me why this person feels so much pressure to make sure that things are safe, right? With anybody that they intend to connect with. You are the cream of the crop, right? They're like, you're working some kind of magic on me, right? I can't stop thinking about you. We only had one conversation and I keep repeating over and over and over and over in my head the compliment that you gave me, right? Or that thing that you did, or the thing that you say, or the way you bite your lip. It's like the very small, little, minute things that is really, it feels magnetic to this person. Like they want to see it again. They want to experience that again. They want to talk to you again. They want to take you out again, right? Like they are already coming up with plans in their mind for how the two of you can spend more time together to cultivate this connection. So I do feel like this is somebody who is all in, just so you know. Are they portraying this energy outright? No. Okay, the way that you're going to be able to tell is by the things that are rooted in security. So like I said, this person's showing up when they said that they're going to. If you happen to come upon an issue, them actively trying to help you find a solution, right? Them telling you the truth, them being consistent, right? Calling consistently, you know, wanting to see you regularly, really putting in effort, okay? Planting the seeds that suggest that they want to be around you, that they want to be near you, that they want to get to know you. That is how you will know. They're not coming out like, I love you, I want to fuck you, I want to hit you up, I want to, you know, marry you and all of it. No. They're going to keep all that voodoo shit that they may be experiencing internally inside. And you know what I also feel? I feel as though whoever this ex was, you guys, this was somebody who was good on paper. Okay, this is somebody who possibly checked multiple boxes, not all the boxes, just enough boxes in order to satisfy this person, right? They were going to settle. We got settlement there. They were going to settle for this ex. And in doing so, in being able to be okay with themselves, with settling with whoever this energy is, they had to lie about who this person was or what their potential is, right? Like they created a character, like I said. So I don't think that they actually loved that person, guys. Can I be honest? They wanted marriage, right? They may be around lots of family members. All their family is married, that sort of thing. They may want that traditional like lifestyle, you know, doing life with someone. Even if it's not like traditional in the aspect of what society deems to be traditional, they want like a partnership, someone to bring to the family function, someone to share their birthday with, someone to bring in the new year with, right? Like they want that. And they tried to force it. They tried to put a square into a circle. That shit did not work. And they are kicking themselves because they're still having to deal with it on some petty shit, right? That finances and career energy suggests that this ex is trying to come after some money, some kind of asset. They're trying to just be a nuisance, right? So the voodoo energy, right? After saying all of that, that makes so much sense. It's like the butterflies, you know? In the sky, right? I can go twice as high. They feeling good, you guys, right? Calla lilies, butterflies, unicorns. Oh my, the conversations are so magical. I haven't even touched her. I haven't even let him touch me. Like, breath of fresh air. And the more time that they spend with you, the more time that they are around you, the more conversations that they have with you. It's like one cup after another, after another, after another, after another, after another. The 9 of Cups is one cup away from the 10 of Cups, bitch. That is marriage. That is like seeing, you know, rainbows. Okay? Seeing a life with someone, seeing a partnership with someone. And I would stretch to say that this is something that they have never felt before. This is why they would deem it to be like some kind of voodoo. Like, what is this shit? You know, they didn't have like a teenage love affair or anything like that. They may have had very little, you know, experience in relationships and connections. Potentially really only focusing on like getting ahead in their career or, you know, cultivating a life for themselves that would enable them to have access to money and, you know, security, something that would make them feel safe. So love may have been an afterthought for this person, and they tried to force it with whoever this ex was. Big mistake, right? Like this ex really, the fire, the ex was the fire. Okay, could be a fire sign, right? Aries, Sag, Leo, that could be the fire sign that I was feeling, right? And they didn't have any boundaries with this person. They may have just kind of ticked the boxes that were the most important. The sex is good. They look, you know, they're articulate. My family likes them. Okay, fine. Let's get married. That wasn't enough. Hard lesson for them. And now they're experiencing something true, something very romantic, something that you can't just you can't stumble upon this, right? True romance and connectivity and attraction and chemistry, as they would call it, is not something that just happens every day. You know that, right? That's why when you break up with somebody, okay, I'm speaking as an Aquarius, right? We all Aquariuses here. Y'all know how it is. Okay, because it already takes us a long time to start trusting a motherfucker, right? To start really feeling somebody, okay? And if I love you, bitch, then it took me a long time to get there. So when that shit ends, it's like dating is bleh. Daunting. The thought of dating, daunting. Because you know that you're going to have to deal with a whole bunch of fuck shit. You know you're going to run into a whole bunch of hoes, a whole bunch of fuck boys, a whole bunch of fuck girls, a whole bunch of people who want to play in your face. You got the narcissists over here. You got the mama's boy and the daddy's girls over here. You got the people who are opportunists. It's just a whole bunch of muck. It's a whole bunch of bullshit. It's pee in the dating pool, bitch. Poison. And you could go through about, okay, I'm just speaking as an Aquarius, right? Because we know fast, bitch, okay? We get them in, get them out, get them in, get them out, get them in, get them out. And even though we do have that very much so discerning energy and intuition to allow us to see early on, most of the time, right? There may have been a few people who slid under, okay? A few little snakes who got us and bit the fuck out of us, right? Which only made us stronger, but we typically can see right through people very early. But does that mean that you want to do that shit? Like, ugh. It's draining. So when you find something like this, it's just like, damn. It's painful if it doesn't last, right? It's just a chemistry like this doesn't come every day. And this person has never experienced that before, you guys, okay? So they are definitely losing a little bit of control here. Okay. You may have yourself met a soulmate in this lifetime that it potentially didn't work out. For some of you, twin flames. For some of you, karmic soulmates, right? Those connections that just, oof, take your breath away, bitch. You know what I mean? Those connections that, whew, you could tell stories about it for days and days and days and days. A song could come on the radio and you're back in that time with that person. For some of you, you may have had someone who you feel is the one that got away. We don't chase though, okay? We replace. I don't chase some, I replace some, right? Yeah. So if they are the one that got away, then I guess I'll see you next lifetime, bitch. Like, it's okay. That's how we're going to do it. That's how we're going to do it. So what we have here is someone who is now stumbling upon this thing called a soulmate connection. They could, in fact, possibly not have believed in it. That would be the only reason that I could think of an explanation, right? What explains settling with somebody that you don't even fucking love? Somebody that you don't even feel like is a friend. Like, what the fuck are you doing? And now we have you. And boy, their imagination is taking the fuck off, okay? They have so many plans in their mind. It's a whirlwind. Is your energy matching theirs? Potentially. I don't get that it's as strong. And this is all under the surface. So I feel like they may overcompensate for not wanting to show this vulnerability too soon, not wanting to scare you off, not wanting to be the only one that feels like this. So the boundaries seem to be up extra high. And you could be questioning if this is somebody who's not really feeling you like that. But they are, you guys. They are. As soon as they feel a signal, as soon as they feel a sign, they may ask the divine for an actual sign, or they might try to come towards you and have this conversation. Now, again, behind the conversation, we did see, I love you. They're not saying that, but there will be more poignant questions, deeper questions, right? There may be a little bit more PDA. Okay, not too much on that. It could just be like opening the door for you, or if you walk in front of them, putting their hand on the small of your back, you know, helping you into your coat, right? Cooking for you, doing something that shows that I don't want to be your fucking friend. And within the conversation, mentioning things that suggest we are not fucking friends. Okay. Whoa. Okay. Got it. They were saying that to me, getting me together. Okay, so let's go over to the extended, guys, okay? I want to really dig in over there. Okay, let's see if this is worth your fucking time. Let's see how this person is actually going to approach this, right? So you could be prepared. I also want to know how long that's going to take. How the fuck long will this take if you have not met this person? We'll also look at some time frames to see when you do actually meet them, okay? Let's see why they are single, okay? I want to know, because we got a lot on the X. What they do? Okay, everybody is not innocent. Okay, I think I tackled most of what was coming up in reference to why they might be available and single and ready. But we just want to make sure. Okay, let's see if there are any toxic traits lingering that you don't actually know about. Okay, that's going to be beneficial for those of you who do see it for this person. You want to be aware of that because it could potentially have an effect. We'll get some advice. We'll do an Ask the Universe read. We'll see the potential for longevity, union, all the things. Okay, so without further ado, click the like button, click the subscribe button, and the notification bell. And I'm going to put the link for the extended reading down below in the description box. And I know I'm going to see y'all over there. So let's go.